I really wish that I would have seen the signs sooner.
This is a trail of evidence collected by a mom. It led police to a wrestling coach who would face 513 counts of child abuse charges.
Mr. Gorman was always very willing to, give him rides and, bring him home from practice, take him out to dinner, keep him, stay over at their house and, bring him to tournaments. And so, I was very thankful and very naive, not realizing or seeing the signs.
This is a warning sign for parents. She found a Facebook message to her 13-year-old son that confirmed her fears. The coach's words weren't a solicitation, but they were obscene, lewd, and written to a child.
That was my aha moment. Once I saw this message, I knew at that point that my suspicions were correct and that it was most definitely an inappropriate relationship.
The words are too vulgar for us to share. However, it wasn't enough for the coach to face charges.
The principal told me that Mr. Gorman admitted to sending the message and said that he shouldn't talk to boys like men, and that going forward he would work on that and not do that.
When the coach only received a temporary suspension, the mom turned to police.
I'm thinking they're going to remove him, they're on high alert. When I followed back up with the police department, they told me, we've already closed your case, we don't have enough evidence. That all happened in 2011.
That's where this pile of research comes in. For the next 5 years, the mom learned everything she could about the coach. She set up a Facebook forum for other parents to report abuse, and she got responses.
I always thought to myself, God, show me that, my suspicions are wrong.
Then came the call that she was right.
And so I answered the phone, and it was the criminal investigation unit, and they investigated and they were able to get enough evidence to charge him, and he was being arrested that night.
2 boys had come forward. 1 man pleaded guilty, a coach.
He was charged with 513 child sex crimes for only 2 victims. I say only. My research indicates that there may be several more. One of the main things that I see a lot of parents post on social media in terms of this topic is, if something was happening to my kid, I would know. And I was of that mentality too. If the predator is really good at what he does, which most of them are, you're not gonna know. Unless you take the extra steps and the extra precautions, you're not gonna know.